This is the current national cycling champion Man Yong, and I'm going to be racing against him and 7 other elite cyclists in a virtual race on Zwift. This race is the official ECycling National Championships sanctioned by Singapore Cycling Federation and hosted by Virtual Cycling Singapore. Okay, today we're at the YMCA building here because I'm gonna challenge national cyclists, including the national champion, to a race. So I just cycled from home. Okay, here we are. Now it's 1:06. The race starts at exactly 2 p.m. Sorry. We are here. Oh. Hello. By the way, may I ask what's your FTP in watts per kg?
I honestly don't know now. Probably 5.
Wow, sick. Do you think I can keep up?
Yeah, you just need to do it. You just time your most of it.
I just need to sit behind, right?
No one will write 5 watts per kg the whole session.
Okay, it's warm-up time.
We're 40 seconds to the start. All the game face are on. All the best. All the best. Any comments?
No. 10 seconds to the start.
This is not gonna be, like, it's just gonna be as hard as them. Yeah. And there we go, they have started.
Okay, we just started the race. If you're new to Zwift, it's basically using the power data from our bikes to calculate our speed in the virtual game. When we're riding, we're looking at the chart on the right where we can see our positions and the watts per kg everyone else is putting out. So on the list on the right, you can see L.Aaron, which is me, and the national champ, which has a super long name, Y.Man SCF Watt Bike Lions. And I'm sorry I don't know everyone else who's racing because I've been out of the cycling scene for quite a while already. So besides Man Yong, I only know Danny, who is a national triathlete. So that's why I'm afraid to go hard so early because I don't know how strong the rest are. So we're all riding together for the first 2 kilometers before the climb. By the way, the race is 20 kilometers, so it'll take us slightly over half an hour. The main challenge is the big climb 2 kilometers into the race. So right now we're just chilling and riding together. My average power for the first 2 kilometers is 200 watts. So that's like an easy effort for me. And I think the rest of us as well. By the way, the race is streamed live on YouTube, so that's why there's these 3 people commentating on the race.
So far there's not much any drama yet. Stick together. Look at that, Willie's making a move. Putting out absolute monster watts. 6 watt per kilo.
So now we're at the beginning of the climb, and Man Yong is making a move. When he goes, everyone else takes notice and we have no choice but to chase him. You can see he's putting out close to 400 watts to break away from us. By the way, it's a long 2 kilometer climb, so we gotta pace ourselves to the top and not burn everything trying to catch Man Yong. As expected, Man Yong is pulling further and further away from everyone else, so that's the difference between 5 watts per kilo and 4 watts per kilo like me. Now we're at the top of the climb and Man Yong is 20 seconds ahead of Mong and I. The rest of the riders are about half a minute behind us. So right now the battle starts for second position, and I also want to know how far behind I am to the national champion. For the climb, I put out my best 5-minute power ever at 297 watts and my best 8-minute power of 270 watts. I have never done these numbers in training before, so you get an idea of how hard is it to catch Man Yong and the fitness level of a national champion. So now my legs are properly burning and I couldn't wait to get to the downhill. Okay, now we are 7 kilometers in and we are on a downhill. You can see Mong is coasting and in the aero tuck position. I guess this is where experience racing in Zwift comes in, because I'm on a stationary bike and I can't really feel the speed on a downhill. So if I stop pedaling, it feels weird to me and I kept thinking I'm gonna slow down. You can see Mong in a blue jersey not pedaling in real life too. So I just focused on keeping my avatar as close to him as possible and just kept pedaling. We're now almost 10 kilometers in and it's mostly flat all the way to the finish. Man Yong is 20 seconds ahead of us and Danny is 40 seconds behind. So it's still 10 km more racing to go and we just have to maintain that gap to Danny. The next 10k, I felt it was like 85% effort for me. I tried to attack Mong twice, but as soon as I saw Mong got right back to my wheel again without much effort, I knew I'm the one suffering instead, and we're gonna ride together until the finish line. This is a section of the interview Mang Yong did after the race.
Willie, did you ride this morning?
Yeah, I had a 3-hour training ride. But it was raining this morning. I think it was raining all over island. So I was on Zwift this morning as well.
Yep, he rode for 3 hours in the morning and still came here and destroyed us. Maybe I gotta ride 3 hours before the next race. Is that a secret? Actually, Danny almost caught up to Mong and I. At 16 km, Danny was only 12 seconds behind us. I didn't want to do a sprint finish with Mong and Danny as well. At 19 km, the gap to Danny grew to 20 seconds. It was a comfortable gap, and with just 1 km more to go, I didn't think Danny could catch us.
Get the second place between...
At 500 meters more to go, Mong activated his aero helmet boost and launched a final attack which I couldn't respond to. Because he's a bigger rider, he has got a lot more raw power in his legs, plus it seemed like he was saving energy while riding with me. So of course he won the battle between us and I came in third. So these are the final standings. First place Man Yong with 60 points, second Mong 50 points, and me third with 40 points. By the way, each point is equals to $1, so my points will be added up after all 6 races and we get the prize money after the last race. I'm really happy with my result from the first race because, to be honest, I've been out of the cycling scenes for many years already and I'm totally new to Zwift. Anyway, there are 5 more races, so 5 more videos coming up, and I have a chance to race the national champion again. Now, these are the interviews from Mang Yong and Mong.
Now, how does it feel to win again?
Oh, it's awesome, man. I think the training has been ramping up the past couple of weeks. I think I carried a bit of fatigue into the race. But I think it was a course that suited me, and a big climb at the start and then rolling to the finish. So yeah, I think it's a good training. And so yeah.
How do you pace the race, because for every single race it just seems like you're just doing an ITZ effort. So how is it like?
I think Zwift is I guess it's a bit different than riding on the road, right? Because everything's so transparent. So yeah. I'm always looking at what the other riders are doing in the right sidebar. My strategy was to maximize my strength, so just go all out on the climbs, and after that it was just really about maintaining the gap. So if someone was to pick up the power, I can see the spike in the watts per kilo, then I have to match it, but otherwise then I'll just try to ride within my threshold, and yeah, that's how I maintain that gap.
Yeah, that seems like quite a smart way to ride it out.
Alright, right now I'm together with Ivan. How do you feel about today?
No, it was a really tough race. I'd studied some of the opponents in advance. I knew Willie would be big favorite today, and of course the course suits him well with his tremendous power to weight ratio, and yeah, he's not the national champion of Singapore for nothing.
I see that you like trying to fight with the third place. Yeah, in the last few 100 meters you just like went all out. What was on your mind on that last one?
Yeah, so I was looking at the gap when we passed the top. I saw there was, I think, 23 seconds to Willie, and I thought that's not possible to catch. So I was focusing on Aaron, that was together with me. He tried to to punch and to get away a couple of times, but I was quite comfortable on his wheel, and I knew I had a strong sprint and the aero power up to beat him. So I was quite comfortable actually in the end.
I see.
I got third. Do you think you could have followed the Willie? No. Fuck you, 1 minute ahead,
Okay, thanks, man. I saw you trying to keep out on the hill.
Okay, let's go. I'm not fit enough for these things, so now it's time to go home and do more training. No choice. I got more races to go. For third place, I got 40 points, which is also equals to $40. So I cannot let Willie win every single race. So I'm back home and I need to start training again.